Hey guys, I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are great. I'm great. I'm low-key an opinionated person. So that's what this video is going to be. It's going to be fun. It's going to be chill. It's going to be about TV, movies, ships that could have been. Ships that could have been. This is going to be least to best ships that could have been, like, that lost the potential. Guys, like, that could have been because of the show being cancelled too soon, maybe the creators behind the show not exploring this ship more. So like I said, it's ranked, and let's get into it. Guys, it's just my opinion, and guys, it's also the least on this list. Don't fight me, okay? But I think Alex and Dean, they would have been a better couple than Alex and Mason. That might not be saying much. Don't fight me. That might not be saying much. Alex and Dean, yeah, they had a rough patch. Yeah, Dean was low-key a bum. Lazy, nonchalant, you know. Yeah. But I believe that guy. I believe he liked her. I believe he loved her, in fact. I believe that that potential was there. That you... Come on, like, I'm not one of those people that are, like, toxic men, but Alex and Dean, they could have had something, okay? That's what I'm saying. I saw a little bit of something with them, between them, you know, something that could have lasted, really, something that could have stood the test of time, that kind of sign. Like, disagree with me in the comments, okay? The next one on this list, I've actually just, like, recently come across, like, a TikTok, like a video just showing how underrated this couple was, and I agreed. I really loved this episode that they featured in, and I'm talking about Ivy and Raymond from Good Luck Charlie. Like, I thought they were sweet. Like, I thought they were sweet. Like, I especially loved that episode where they like confessed really to the public their feelings for each other, that they were messing with each other, you know. But I remember, like, just the tension in that scene. Like, I remember, like, Raymond just saying what it is, and that Ivy is his woman. Like, Ivy is he loves Ivy, you know. I just remember that. I also remember the episode when they were both in the dark. Oh my god. That was so cute. Like, I don't know, but the creators behind Good Luck Charlie, they were really cooking. They were really cooking with the characters. Like, they were. And the episodes too. They were. Like, imagine Ivy and Raymond, like, being a series regular. Like, imagine that. Imagine that. Wow, the world would look completely different. It would. But yeah, Ivy and Raymond. Number 2 on this list. This is a slight pivot from the Disney sector, the Disney scene. Like I said, slight. Now guys, me and my friends, my sister and I, we cherish this show. It was a show that once again was cancelled too soon. Guys, if you just let this show be, if you just let this show exist, the world will look completely different. I'm telling you, the world will be a completely different place. It would be. That world definitely wouldn't have Riverdale. How many seasons that show had, I don't know. How many seasons that show was given, I don't know. I can't count. A bad show like Riverdale getting as many seasons as it got, but then this show, Julie and the Phantoms, it only had 1 season. Guys, if that is not an injustice, I don't know what is. I don't know what it is. It was an injustice to the point where I was seeing people creating petitions online, scrabbling together, forming a petition, forming a solid front to, I don't know if Netflix was the enemy. I don't know if Kenny Ortega was the enemy. Sorry, Kenny. But when I found out he was the one behind that show, I was like, that just makes so much sense. This guy was the genius behind HSM. He was. Guys, if Julie and Alex if they had a second season, right? Just at least a second season together. Now I low-key debate about this with my sister, right? About whether they would be cute. We're not left with anything other than the one season that they got. We're not left with anything other than that. But you can see the spark between them, and that spark was ready for season 2. At least a season 2, at least a season 3, guys. Come on, this show would have just made sense at least with like 3 seasons. But no, we only got one. Julie and Alex. Yeah, I kind of see that. I kind of see it. Okay, so the final couple that could have been on this list. Okay, now I don't know. I'm low-key conflicted whether they should have been, or whether they were just fine the way they were. Okay, Damon and Bonnie from TVD, right? Honestly, I was just one of those people that were just like eye rolling anytime people suggested that they should have any romance. You know, they should have been more, basically, more than friends, more than best friends. They weren't even best friends. I can't lie. My opinion is this: they weren't best friends, and I feel like anything that posed as something good for Bonnie, the writers were quick to just like take it away. You know, I don't know what was up with that. It was like Bonnie was the punching bag. You know, like she was the one that just couldn't get anything, it seemed. She couldn't have a grandma, she couldn't have a love interest. All the love interests that she had through the show, they weren't it, basically. And then when it looked like Damon and Bonnie, when it looked like they actually had something, you know, that they could have had that kind of bond that stood the test of time. Sorry, that kind of bond that even rivaled with the likes that Elena had in the show. Guys, it just seemed like the writers did anything to make sure that we knew that it wasn't gonna be that. That Bonnie was never gonna get that. And because of that, even to me, seeing people say, or hearing people refer to Bonnie and Damon's relationship as like, you know, a best friend kind of bond. Damon just loved her as a friend, she loved him as a friend. I just thought that was bull. I can't lie. I thought that was bull. Like, Damon didn't care about Bonnie. Damon didn't care about her. He didn't. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but Damon, even when he came back, and Bonnie was left behind, right? She was left behind with that psycho, mind you. She was left behind with that let's not. And then eventually when Bonnie returned to the world where everyone was in, like the normal world, I guess, right? Like there was a point at which Damon was like, he wants Elena, that he would do anything to get Elena back, even if that meant killing Bonnie, because there was some kind of spell that merged, that linked Bonnie's life with Elena's, and that when Bonnie dies, Elena would get her life back, really. So it's basically Bonnie's life at that point, is basically Bonnie's life being the obstacle in getting Elena back. This girl really had a bounty on her head. She had a bounty on her head because everyone in the show was all about Elena. Everyone in the show was all about Elena. So it's crazy. It obviously was a cruel joke that the creators of the show created, whereby they had Bonnie being the obstacle in getting Elena back. And obviously, like I said, that obstacle was a lot more prominent for Damon, as Elena was the love of Damon's life. And so when people are saying that Bonnie and Damon are like, oh sorry, Bonnie and Damon like are the best of friends, and then Damon even had the, you know, he had the gumption to try and just not intercede when a car was almost going to hit her. Like, I don't know, guys, I didn't see best friends, I didn't, but I can't lie, I did see a potential. I did see a potential where they could have been a cute couple. They could have. Like, I even saw that before I saw Bonnie and Enzo. Like, that came out of nowhere. Like, I can't lie, the creators of this show, they love to play these cruel jokes. They love to like just do all these weird plot lines for Bonnie, things that just didn't make sense. Bonnie and Enzo, that didn't make sense. Guys, this show, it really just gives me a headache, so I'm not gonna go too much about it. But Bonnie and Damon, they could have had something. They could have had something that would even rival the likes of Damon and Elena, or Stefan and Elena. Bonnie was that girl. She was. But it seems that the creators of the show didn't seem to like that. Didn't seem, they were threatened by her essence, really. They were threatened. So they were like, no, you guys aren't gonna get what you want, the audience. You guys aren't gonna get what you want, which is Damon and Bonnie. So we're gonna do anything to show you that this girl, Bonnie, is undeserving of anything good that could happen to her in this show. Ergo, the death of her final boyfriend, Endo. The killing of her final boyfriend in this show. Guys, that rounds up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you disagreed with any, or if you agreed with any of the couples I had down in this list, make sure to comment down below. Share your grievances, share your agreeances, if that's a word, and enjoy. Peace. Yeah, peace. What? Why was that so awkward? Peace. Ooh, we just love to see sun. We just love sun. Like, the sun is just like, do I look like Edward? Sorry, so stupid.